Hey the YouTube, it's Gunda73 making another episode of Knife Talk, and this will probably be a heated discussion here. Basically, is the Sebenza worth it? I mean, I've seen so many threads on Blade forums of people asking, is the Sebenza worth it? Is it worth the money? Should I buy it, or should I buy like 30 Sanran Mu knives? Whatever. This will just be my opinion. You know, it's not the definitive answer. Really, there is no definitive answer because, you know, is it worth, worthwhileness, and, is it worth it is completely subjective, so this is my opinion. Chris Reeve knives, specifically the Sebenza, I mean, some people get way too caught up in the details, and it goes for a lot of knives and stuff, People just get too caught up in the details. One thing that I personally like with the Sebenza is you get the tool to take it apart, you get this nice box, it tells you everything on the box right there, They're showing off how many times they've won the Blade Manufacturer's Quality Award, which is basically every year in the past decade except for 2002. Don't know why they didn't win that year. But one thing that I did like, before we even get to the knife, is I like how they give you a birthday card with all the information. It tells you the knife, small Sebenza in my case, tells you the steel, tells you the Rockwell, and then they have any little extra thingies right here. So mine has a silver lug, says it has a silver lug. Tells you the handle material, the date, June 16th, 2008 it was made, and then I assume that's Chris Reeve's signature. Guess I can't be sure, but if I was going out on a limb, I'd say it was his. So there's that. They give you a lanyard. This one's been untied, but that's how long the lanyard would be if it was still there. Now, I mean, other things. Sorry about that. This is a catalog that I picked up at the California Custom Knife Show. I mean, basically, there's all the awards they've won to present. But they don't make Chris Reeve doesn't make a whole lot of knives. There's a little bio page on Chris Reeve. The tie lock, Sebenza, kind of a thick packet there. Zan, Menandi, his kitchen knives, the Green Beret knife, Pacific, the Professional Soldier, Nyala, accessories, the DVD they had made, the price list as of now. I'll use that right there. And then, back to the top there. So basically, I think Chris Reeve, the knives themselves, they're more of a luxury, if you're walking down the street and you show someone this, and if they don't get freaked out and run away and think you're a murderer, and they look at the knife, they think, wow, that's really plain looking, how much is it? And then you tell them, oh, it's, does it say on here? Oh. Bam. It's getting pretty complicated. Sebenza 21. I don't want Damascus, I just want the normal. Plain. S35VN, $350. So you tell them that, and they start hyperventilating, possibly convulsing, maybe have a, conniption or whatever. And then once they get a hold of themselves, 10 minutes later, they say, "You paid that much for a knife?" That's the accent they use too. No slight against Southern people. That's just how it came out. But the Sebenza, like all knives, I think all knives are a sum of their parts. People get way too focused on one part of the knife. Oh, the Sebenza has, S30V at 58 Rockwell. It's a piece of shit. It won't do anything. It just sucks, Well, you have to look at knives from the perspective of Chris Reeve. Before he made knives, he was a tool and die maker. So he knows his stuff when it comes to making a tool. The Sebenza is a tool, in my opinion. What does Sebenza mean? It means work. This knife is designed to work, and it is designed to work as simply as possible. One reason I think that he ran the S30V softer was because it won't chip. This steel is really durable. I've dropped my Sebenza open like that onto the ground, and it was onto like a ceramic surface. I'm thinking, oh no, it's screwed, but the tip turned out, I mean, it sort of just squished, you know, and I just steeled it back into place. Can't do that with a Spyderco. It would have snapped, you know. The materials on the Sebenza aren't really that amazing anymore, you know. You can get a Sage 2 with the same materials for less. And some people will say, well, you know, then what are you paying for with the Sebenza? The name? Well, no, the Sage 2 is a nice knife, but I've handled one. It's no Sebenza. It's just not the same. You know, the small things like you can take the Sebenza apart without voiding its warranty. You can't do that with the Sage 2. The second you take it apart, the warranty is null and void. I like that, you know, they give you the tool to take the Sebenza apart. You know, the clip I like better than the Sebenza. The screws are nice. You know, I mean, you can basically, you have the knife refinished at any time you want. I mean, that's what really gets me when people say, I'm too scared to use my Sebenza, what should I do? You know, when you can send it back and have it refinished for a nominal fee, why are you even debating using it? But other things with the Sebenza that I think make it worth it. The fit and finish on this knife is pretty much perfect. You know, the blade is well centered. It's very smooth to deploy, tight lockup, and whenever I take it apart and clean it and put it back together, it goes right back to where it was supposed to, and I don't have to worry about adjusting it. To me, that's worth it. You know, when you're into knives for a long time, you know, you kind of figure out what you like in a knife. Do you want a knife that can cut through bricks? Well, the Sebenza isn't for you. I don't think too many knives will be for you. You're gonna, you know, I don't know. But for me, I just do slicing tasks, EDC type stuff. I live in a city. I don't have to cut bricks for a living. So that's why, you know, I carry a Sebenza, because I like it. I like that it packs a lot of blade into a really small package. I like the shape. You know, the warranty on this is pretty good. You know, basically it says if you don't screw the knife up in the, like, if you don't modify it, they'll cover you. You know, they'll make it right somehow. You know, I've heard of stories. I've met Chris Reeve. You know, to me, he hasn't been that mean of a guy. But it's not like I walked up to him and said, "Your knife is crap. What do you think about that?" You know, he'd probably get mad. You know, I think he gets really defensive. You know, he's been making this Sebenza for 20-something years. You know, I mean, if you do anything for 20 years and you're recognized for it, and some person walks along and says, "Hey, your knife sucks," and that's all they say, of course you're going to get mad. You know, what if I walked up to someone and I criticized their life work by saying it sucked, you know, and didn't really give much explanation, or I said it can't cut through bricks, you know? Well, they'd probably just give you a strange look and not give you the time of day. But, I mean, there's so many things I can talk about. You know, people saying the lock isn't strong. You know, if you're going to be batoning this, you know, with an axe handle or something, yeah, it probably won't stand up to it. It's not designed to do that. People think instantly that a high dollar knife is going to be strong and last forever and, you know, be able to cut through bricks and be batoned by an axe handle. You know, they forget that the knife here is designed as a knife. It's designed to cut. It's designed to cut efficiently. It's designed to last a lifetime if you take care of it. That's pretty much it. You know, I think, in my opinion, is this Sebenza this worth $350? Yeah. You know, I'd buy it if my collection were to be lost, squandered, stolen, whatever. Squandered. If that were to happen, I'd probably go for a Sebenza as one of my first knives back, after getting something like cheap just to get me by. You know, I'd get like a Kershaw, then I'd start saving up for a Sebenza. So, I hope that wasn't too boring, you know, me just rambling about why I think the Sebenza is a nice knife and worth it. Of course, you can feel free to disagree with me. If you cut bricks for a living, if you like batoning the blade of a Sebenza with an axe handle and you don't think it's a great knife, voice your opinion. Tell me, you know, try and prove me wrong or whatever. Criticize me, compliment me, comment, subscribe, whatever. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. This is a longer knife talk, so hey, thanks for watching. That's all.